seriously, like, what happened to January? Because, like, we were starting off, it was really slow, and then it was over. Like, blows my mind. Hey y'all, it's Taylor from Tattooed Teacher Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing February goals, and we're also going to reflect on January and write weekly actions for the first full week of February. This is going to be fun because I feel like I am on a bit of a roll lately. I've just been feeling super motivated. I don't know if that's like the end of the year and a new fresh year coming in, or if it is figuring out some things that are going on with my health, just giving me some answers so that I can make a game plan. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a combo of everything, but I'm feeling good and I'm feeling like I'm on the right track. So we're going to start with reflections today. Let's go back with January and just kind of see how the month went. I'm not fully done with this month, but we're getting close. So I've put up 2 videos a week. That was pretty good. Had a game night, went to a tequila dinner. That was delicious. It was a busy month, but a good one in a lot of ways. Work is still a challenge. This school year has just been like one thing after another, and I'm just struggling in that area. I don't know how to like make it better right now besides just staying the course, but yeah, it's been hard. But I did do pretty well on my goals this month. I do have like one more kind of month of or week of January, but we're moving into February now. I was really consistent with my reflections and my weekly actions. I feel really motivated on that front. So every week I was working on my weekly actions and reflecting on the week. Here's the current week. So it's the 25th. We're getting close to the end of the month. And then next week, I'm just going to work on just prepping for February, but I do have weekly actions for that week. And then now we have reflections. So we're going to start here and just go through how the month went, good and the bad, and everything in between. And that'll give you kind of my mindset and my like experience the past month so that going into the next month, you'll kind of know where I'm coming from. So biggest wins this month. I'm feeling very motivated. I got answers about my physical health. So I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. Now getting an appointment to see an endocrinologist has been a struggle, but I think we're finally getting there. It's just been a lot of bureaucracy to get through, but I'm getting there. My workout plan is working. Slow and steady is my plan there. Finish some home projects, time with friends, and lots of reading. I'm just kind of rediscovering my love of reading, especially like nonfiction. So that's been really nice. Things that are currently working. Workouts are getting better. My water and my protein intake, I've really been focusing on that lately, and that's kind of paying off. My after work routine, I will pop that up right here on the screen. I did show this on Instagram and in one of my previous YouTube videos, but I have been working on this all month. This is a Google Doc that has 2 columns, and I have been just adapting it over the month, making it better and better for me, and it is, I don't want to say life-changing, but it's definitely had an impact, and I'm just really enjoying this process right now. Journaling also is something that is working. Also, just focusing on what I can control at work. It does help, but it's not perfect. And I missed a little dot here. I'm doing my reflections because I got really lazy on that at the end of last year. And budgeting. Now, things that are currently not working. The Sunday scaries. School is a little bit unsettled. Now, this kind of happens in every school in the spring when people start moving around, leaving the district, you know, just kind of you're starting to plan for the next year. And I hate this time because there's just so many things that are unsettled. Meal planning can be time consuming, wanting to overspend, sitting too much at school, and I'm inflexible and physically weak. So, what I learned this month. Sleep is becoming more important to me. Working out and eating better makes me feel better. And I can make my own motivation. Social media is not real life. And I thrive on routines. So improvements or adjustments I'm going to make in the next month. I'm going to improve my weekend routines. So now that I've worked on my after work routine, I'm kind of seeing some areas where I can fix my weekend routines. Missing some hobbies. I want to kind of work those in. Continuing to work on my budget. I need more steps, and continuing to fit in meal planning. So meal planning and meal prepping is something that I need to work on next month, just like the logistics of it. What am I most grateful for right now? My family, my job, my kitties, even though they're absolute crazy little wild animals living in my house. Reading, hobbies, planning, my home, journaling, a fresh start, my body, the snow, because it snowed so much this month, my students, and just the basic necessities of having a heater and food. So habits I want to nurture next month. Steps, using my wellness log, flossing, water and protein intake, meal planning, sleep. I want to get 7.5 hours every single night. Closing my Apple Watch rings and wearing it at night also, just to track my sleep. And area I want to focus on next month, I don't think that's any surprise, health and wellness, but I also put financial here as well. And my overall satisfaction of this month was a 7. It was a pretty good month. Yes, there are some things I need to work on, but overall, we had a really, really good start to the year. I'm just feeling really good. I'm just in a good spot. So let me go ahead and add just a little bit more color to this, and I'll be right back. So there we are for January reflections. Now we're going to go over here to February goals. So here we go, fresh goals. I'm excited. I'm still not trying to pile on too much each month, just so I can stay focused and stay like where I'm making progress and I don't feel like I'm behind. So you might see some categories that don't have that much on them, and that's okay because it is what it is. We're slow and steady. That's the process. So we're going to go over here to my annual goals. Now my word of the year is also in here, right here. So my word of the year is peace. I'm seeking peace in all categories. These are questions to help guide me to what I need for each month. So we're going to kind of reference this along with my goals over here. Okay, so let's start with personal. How can I nurture my self-image and self-esteem? Where do I have the potential to grow? What routines support my values? How can I be more consistent? Okay. And then over here with my annual goals, got my values, self-care, fulfillment. Okay. So I've got an idea of what I want to do. First of all, I want to continue to work on my after work routine because I am still like in the process of making that a habit, but it's not there yet. So I'm going to continue that. I think I also want to bring in like some hobbies. I've been missing some hobbies. My hobbies are not interesting at all, but they're mine, I guess. And then also the question here with which routines support my values. I think this is where I want to put my weekend routines as well. So I can start working on that because I did point that out in my reflections. Focus this month, I think, is going to be routines, just so I can just keep the pedal on the gas on that front. Now, I like to do monthly trackers for each of these so that I can check my progress every week. And then I have a good idea at the end of the month where I'm at. So how many weeks do we have in February? Let me check that first. So we have 4 weeks in this month. So I'm going to put trackers here and here. Hobbies, we're just going to kind of open that door, but I'm not going to focus on it too much. Okay, so fun and recreation. For this one, a couple of things are kind of jumping out at me. So I definitely want some time with friends because last month we did like 2 or 3 different like activities that were really, really fun. So I want to continue that. We're on the roll with that. And then I also want to continue planning my car camping trip. I don't know if it's going to be at spring break or the first of the summer or even a weekend trip. I'll have to see. But I do want to continue planning that. I just don't know if it's going to be warm enough for me to be camping in like at spring break. So I'm going to have to explore that more. Plus, when are my parents moving? I don't know. But I want to be around to help with that. So I don't know about the camping, but I am still like planning, marking out camping sites on Hip Camp, things like that. So my focus this month is going to be experiences. Okay, with work and learning, this one, I already talked about how work has been a struggle. So there's a few things that I can control when it comes to work. So let's look at my guiding questions here. How can I feed my curiosity and need for knowledge? I'm going to tack on to that. Also, how do I manage my media consumption at the same time? Because you can often just fall into doom scrolling. I am going to a tech conference this month too, so I think that will help with that first question. How do I make peace with the fact that some things are out of my control? Yeah. How can I better handle stress and pressure at work? And what are some ways I can contribute to my work community? Okay, so a couple of things here. I do want to bring in the managing my media consumption because the world is on fire right now, and I cannot watch that happen all the time for my mental health. So I've got to figure out a way to just check in with the news and the media and all of that without it consuming me. So that's something I am working on. So then also doing some continuing ed with the tech conference, and then just kind of checking in with everyone. We have a new teacher. Well, she's not new to the district. She's coming back after retiring to fill in for a teacher who had to move. So that's going to be something that I'm going to have to help out with, but just kind of checking on everybody every week. I did that last month. I didn't do it great every week, but it's a work in progress. So I think that will work. My focus this month, I think, is going to be protect my peace. Okay, this one does need trackers, but really just these last two. Okay, on to family and relationships. So I definitely want to continue my whole calling my parents every week, checking in with them. We're texting a lot right now. The family group chat is blowing up every day, just with excitement about them moving and all their projects. Plus, my adorable little nephew, Oren, is just the cutest. But I do need to call and have actual conversations with him. I'm also missing a little bit of time with my sister. I think she probably needs some time out of her house, away from all of her boys as well. So, and we used to, and we're going to pick it up again in the next year, like in a few months. We used to have a season pass to the community theater, and we didn't do that this year because she was pregnant and we didn't have the time for it. So we're going to pick that up again soon. But in the meantime, we need to spend some time together. And then also just spending some time with my nephews. I want to just do things with them. They have a family pass to their, the science center that's here locally. And so I want to take advantage of some of those things. So I need to plan all that out, but I do want to do something with them. So my focus this month is going to be support. So for this one, I need a couple of trackers here. And then I'm going to put 2 here. So that'll remind me to do it twice. Okay, health and wellness. Now this is my big focus for this month. It's just ongoing. But some questions here. How can I better address my mental and physical health? What can I do to be more proactive with managing my anxiety and stress? How can I live a long and healthy life? And in what ways am I improving? So I am actually improving, just very slowly. Very slowly. So one thing I need to do this month is get in to see my endocrinologist. So there was a mix-up with the referral, so that did not happen like it was supposed to, but hopefully next week we can work that out because I need to see someone about my hypothyroidism ASAP. Also, this month we're going to bump it up to 4 workouts a week versus 3 3 worked out really well last month. I could do 3 again, but I'm going to push myself just a little bit and try 4. And then I'm also going to try, I'm a little nervous about this one, but I'm going to try to do 2 strength workouts a week. So of those 4 workouts, 2 need to be strength. The other 2 can be walks, qigong, yoga, stretching, whatever. But I really want to like raise the bar just a little bit. I also need to work on my quality sleep because I don't know if it's just anxiety at work and stuff like that, just kind of worrying about things. I don't know what it is. But my sleep is being affected just a little bit right now, and I just want to get that under control. And using my wellness log has been really helpful in the past couple of weeks, just kind of pointing out some things to me. So I want to continue to do that. And then, of course, meal planning, because I just need to do that. Otherwise, if I don't have a plan, I'm just like, I can't fly by the seat of my pants. I really can't. I'm not good at that. So my focus this month is just going to be progress. Okay, so I need trackers for pretty much all of these. Oh, I was going to add, why did I put 5? I was going to add on here to see my endocrinologist. We'll add that. I feel good about that. It's a lot, but it is needed. Now, spiritual and personal growth. So I started reading a book this month called Outlive by Peter Attia. Mind-blowing to me. I know it's been out for a while. I missed the boat somewhere. It's so good. I'm really, really enjoying it, but I want to finish that book. It is a fat, meaty book, so I need to continue working on that. And then just kind of looking at my goals over here. So reflection weekly, I've been doing really well at that. I want to continue that habit, and then journaling also has been really good lately, so I want to add that in here as well, just so I'm reminded to do it. And then my focus this month for this category is going to be process. I will never be a journal everyday kind of gal. It's just not my thing, but I am enjoying my version of journaling, which is just brain dumping, no matter how short or long it is. And that's been working really well for me. And I just kind of get it out of my head, because I can live in my head. I can just camp out up there and not see the big picture. And the journaling is really helping with that. Now, financial, I'm doing pretty well on my financial goals, but there's always room to improve, of course. And it is tax season, so I need to get my taxes done this month. So I have that here. I'm also wanting to continue updating my budget regularly and continuing to have a 0 credit card balance. I don't know why this is so powerful to me, but just, I only have 1 credit card, and that one, keeping it at 0, paying it off every month is just, I don't know. It's starting to become a habit, and that's really, really good for me. My focus this month is going to be my taxes, just so I can get those done, not have to worry about them anymore, at least for the year. So the only one that needs a tracker is this first one. There we go. Physical environment, last category. A couple of projects I want to do this month include my fridge. I need to just clean out my entire fridge. Take everything out, clean it, and then put everything back in and check expiration dates, all of that. It's just kind of a, once every 6 months kind of thing where you just deep clean the fridge, and that needs to happen this month. I also need to continue doing my daily and weekly cleaning. For my monthly cleaning, that is going to be the fridge and my dresser, because I need to declutter my dresser. There's just way too much stuff in there. For what? I know there's some things in there I haven't touched in like 6 months to a year, so I just need to clean everything out. And then the other thing is new bedding for my bed. I am a firm believer in, to get really good sleep, your bedding and your bedroom environment needs to be the most comfortable to you, and everybody has different qualifications for that. But for me, I need it to be dark and kind of chilly, but also my bed needs to be warm, at least when I get into it. So I have a little heated blanket I can turn on now and just kind of warm up my bed. Also, my feet are kind of cold because of the hyperthyroidism. So I'm just going to kind of work on that situation. So a couple things here, nothing crazy, but we're mainly focusing on this section over here. And my focus this month is going to be comfort. Okay, so trackers, just the first one. There we go. Okay, so February goals. I feel good about this. I feel like it's balanced in its own way. Now we can go over here. Before we get into this, I'm going to go ahead and take my markers, my Moxie markers, and I'm going to go ahead and number the weeks so that I know what week I'm in, and that just kind of, I don't know, it keeps me like I know where I am in the process. So I've been doing that every week like this, and we're just kind of going in the order of the Moxie markers. So we're going to just continue that. So I left off with purple. No, I left off with that one. So we're going to start with this one. And this is week 6 of the year. Oops. And then I'm just going to keep numbering until we get all of the weeks numbered in the month. Okay, that is done. Let's go back over here to week 6 because that's where we're at. And I'm just going to use this marker that matches. Okay, so we need to have a strong start to the month. So setting up weekly actions for the first week just always helps me with that because it's already done, ready to go. Okay, so for personal, we're just going to kind of flip back and forth here. For personal, I'm going to start planning out my weekend routine. I just kind of want to see what I already do and then see what I need to change. Continue working on my after work routine. And I just need to figure out some new hobbies. I love Sudoku. I do that when I have it on my table beside where I sit in my living room. And I bought this paint by number kit because I did a lot of paint by numbers during COVID time when we were at home. And this one is so tiny. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because the spaces available to paint are teeny, teeny, tiny. And I don't know if I can do it. But I do have an embroidery kit, a beginner kit, so I might want to try that. For fun and recreation, I need to just plan something with my friends. We need to start putting stuff on paper. For work and learning, my tech conference is in 2 weeks, but I need to work on these other 2. Okay, so I'm going to set some social media limits on my phone, and I need to just go through on Instagram and just unfollow some accounts if they are causing me anger or stress on a regular basis, at least for now. You can always refollow if you want. Okay. When it comes to family and relationships, I need to call my parents just to check in. And then my sister and I need to start planning something because we have not hung out one-on-one since before her baby was born, and that was 5 months ago. For health and wellness, so I really need to focus on this last one because I'm just I need to get something nailed down on my calendar that I know I'm going to have an appointment. And right now I'm just frustrated because they lost my referral. And I didn't know for 3 weeks. So I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to figure it out next week. And then really all of these. I really need all of them. Maybe we'll focus on these two, and this one, and we'll leave the sleep for maybe another week and just kind of try out a couple things, but nothing serious. For spiritual and personal growth, I'm just going to continue reading this book and then do both of those, reflection and journaling. Speaking of reflection, if you do your reflections regularly like this, then it will be so much easier to do your monthly reflections at the end of the month because you have all your information there. And then you can just go straight into it here and just kind of transfer things as you see them if they're relevant to how you feel at the end of the month. So just something to think about that I have learned. That's probably common knowledge, but I'm just a work in progress. Okay, financial. So I need to update my budget. I'm not really worried about my credit card right now. And then I don't think I have everything for my taxes yet, but I need to see what I'm lacking. And then under physical environment, I need to here's what I think I'm going to do. Daily and weekly cleaning and work on my dresser. We got the whole month, even though it's a bit of a shorter one. But I don't want to do too much this week because I've already got so much happening. I could do like one drawer a day and make it really painless if I wanted to. Okay, just for good measure, we're going to set up this page so I'm ready to do my reflections. That seems to be helping me lately. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just like the visual of it, but it's just nice to have this ready to go. So I'm going to just follow these big dots here and create some sections for myself. Okay, so now that we got the lines, just going to take this marker because I like everything to match. I've been doing that lately. It's kind of nice. So I'm just going to put in 3 dots for each category just to get me started. And then I'm just going to take the marker that matches and highlight the categories. And then I am ready for the week. So today we talked about my monthly reflections. We wrote February goals together, and then I have weekly actions ready to go. I hope this process was helpful for you, or you just got some entertainment out of it. But regardless, I love this process. It is so helpful for me, and I hope you got some ideas from it. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, please leave those down in the comments below. I'd be happy to hear from you, and let me know how you're doing with your goals. We're in now month 2 of 2025, so just let me know how you're doing. If you are new here, I do these videos every month. I also throw in toward the middle of the month a weekly actions and reflections video as well. So if you want more goal content, check out the playlist in the description because I've got you covered. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed and you want to stick around. Share this video with somebody you think might like it, and turn on notifications if you want to be notified when I upload. And I'll see you next time. Bye!